All right. Fuck yeah. Live. Coffee. Eugene. Ladies and gentlemen, I hereby welcome you to the first week of October. As you know, the cold is nowhere to be found. Summer is not going down without a fight. We have gathered here tonight in the name of poetry. Poetry! In the name of thoughts and moments. In the name of self-expression. We fill this space with excitement and awe. This is a place. Oh God! This is a place where you get to speak your mind. There is nothing to fear. There is nothing to fear. Not yet. This is where we stick together, supporting the courage it takes to get on this stage and present your words, because this is page 2 poetry at Cush. In the love valve of the thought provoker of the cranium of Eugene, Oregon, I am your host and ever benevolent, not yet sick, but kinda sick, Overlord James Otter. As many of you know by now, I am planning a very special, very scary Halloween event on October 27th. I have been shopping around, making props and designing costumes. I have as well started asking for donations for supplies. They are completely optional, and nobody will ever be turned away for lack of funds. This is my donation hat, Mr. King. It was made by a local artist. Pretty cool hat. I love this hat. This hat loves you too. I will be leaving it on stage, and at the end of the show, I will walk around with it. Your support is love. Can I get a fuck yeah?
Fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah!
Anyway, enough of that rambling about donations. Here be the rules. You get 8 minutes. When the timer goes off, unless you literally have like 2 or 3 lines left, you must exit the stage. I want everybody, and I mean everybody, to have an equal opportunity to speak their piece. Thus, time constraints. If I pull you off stage, it will make my life and the lives of those other poets who are waiting for a chance that much easier if you just cooperate. Don't want to have to get the handcuffs out. Alright, thank you. All works must be original, nothing copywritten. You can read a friend's work, but you can't pick your friend's nose. No. Just give a shout out to them. Seriously, give a shout out, you know. Rock the fuck on. By getting up on this stage, you consent to be live streamed on page 2's YouTube channel. Oh yeah, and my girlfriend's really sick, and she's probably watching. I love you. I don't edit for content, but I also don't allow racism or homophobia, let alone derogatory attacks on anybody who comes here. This is all obvious. If you don't know, you're oblivious, because I see it every week. You're all beautiful. Look at you guys. Look around. Look at each other. God, you guys look good. You guys are cool. Thank you. You make this happen. You fill the space. Fuck yeah, poetry.
Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah!
Anyway, I got a brand spanking new spanky poem for you.
Ow!
Okay, fine, I'll read it. All right. Okay. I grew up in a gimmick town. The mayor starred in a hit B movie. My next door neighbors made snuff films. And I collect little dolls from the far corners of the country. Large parts of my neighborhood are painted by the same company that owns MGM. Everybody has a script to sell, and nobody is sober on Friday. My other neighbor makes fake poltergeist videos. He keeps an intricate system of air compressors, fishing line, and electromagnets. I read his best-selling novel on the afterlife. Nobody here is ignorant. And we all have our little habits. Mine involves hidden cameras and filming my life. Because in my own eyes, I am the interesting person you should all be talking about right now. Everyone here is making something. I am making apple pie. Yet another neighbor is making a live-action autobiography of a serial killer. He's a method actor and pays foster companies millions of dollars to volunteer children to go missing. The kids are reassigned to mansions in the hills during the off-season, when the valley isn't a raging inferno. The local Association of Community Resources Oh no. Plans out mass shootings and assassinations in the name of keeping this place on the map. I buy my clothing from a local guru. My designer pants came from Hollywood crime scenes and cost a fortune, or a good article in the Globe, or the Groove, or the National Enquirer. Anybody and everybody wants to make a Faustian deal. It's like the lottery around here. Take a ticket, wait in line. A genie, a demon, or a copywritten otherworldly force will call your number. Here is 5 minutes to pitch your invention. Here is 5 minutes to discuss why you should be the next top director. Here is 5 minutes to cry and curse the heavens. Sign your name on the dotted line. A representative will call you back. Do you want to be a well-known folk hero? Bring something useless and stupid to the forefront. Start a new type of slang. Get ostracized. Pretend to have a real opinion. Get a camcorder. Interview random bystanders about made-up monsters. Ask them about their opinions. Everybody wants a chance to be seen. Dangerous, mentally unstable people talk to God. I filmed them. Let the dream be a living, breathing, multiplying organism. In God we trust. I would like to thank the Academy and the pre-planned overdose, the hospital bed, and the car accident. I would like to thank the internet for saying that thing I like to say. Start at the bottom and work your way up to the next highest low. Because one way or another, buttered toast will be iconic. It will be the bacon of the bread world. And while the rest of the world exists past the thick plastic bubble of this county, we can stay anxious knowing that madmen live amongst the stars. It's all a battle to the top. And when I make it to the point where I need an oxygen tank and the hallways are so crowded my doctors can't get to me in time, the headline will say, "Is this the end?" Of course not. I wish to be preserved in a thick coat of the most toxic chemicals imaginable. My corpse will be reanimated, and tourists from the small corners where I used to collect my dolls will visit my house, and I will be programmed to sign autographs. There will be a light show and an earthquake simulator. I will shake hands until the gears jam and I catch fire. They will talk about me for 2 years worth of eternity. And like that, my spirit will transfer onto the stage next to the next big hack. I will inspire future demons to inspire songwriters to sell souls to the public. Of course, the cancer of modern pop music will be on my head. And the cycle will never end. And when the mushroom cloud vaporizes the rest of us, we will do what we used to do. reborn as cockroaches. And I will squeak with antenna that this is showbiz. Space will go on, quiet will go on, and pop music will echo into space, undying forever. The great nothing condescendingly condenses into an itty bitty 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 bubble, and we all pop together one last time. And that was great sound. Thank you. All right, Andrew, tutor us on this stage. Bring out your rage.
How's it going, everybody? Yeah. Poetry under the influence. That's just a comment. I don't know. An affirmation of language. Life, the dance, the journey, the problem to be solved, the invitation to be here now, the mystery of matter is described many ways, may be broken down to its constituent elements, the breath, the old in and out, heartbeat, pump blood, circulating nourishment. None of this captures the inner experience of the organism, which may be observed like lions and zebras on the Nature Channel, but never seen into the depths of. Therefore, we talk, you and me on a stage. We take turns, travail in labor pains, are midwives to one another for art to be born. This child of life, this groan which aches at the tip of desire, a scream welt up in the middle of our throat, saying, a portrait of life for me right now is the expurgation of past traumas, or vocalizing my politics, or something humorous to laugh at, or philosophical logic chopping, and endlessly I may froth forth foaming, maddeningly for what? Poem after poem after poem, until words are as dead as corpses and poems are their obituaries, until special libraries are erected to preserve the influx of voices crying to be heard, since overpopulation began to quell their cries by shrinking the size of their throats, smaller and smaller, till a faint whisper, hoarse for all the trying to be heard, only has left to say that speaking is a most wonderful addiction, hard to be given up, and the product of explaining what cannot be explained and describing what cannot be understood is, yes, a corpse. And everyone knows that feeling of reading a passage which for them holds no life. But that manuscript, that written testimony bears witness, not of itself, but of someone else, the artist's spirit. And whatever else, favorable or unfavorable, which may be said of words, it may at least be said that they speak with a period of broken silence, like a frame around painted space, which quickens this dearth for meaning. What quickens this dearth for meaning is the interchange, the meeting place between my words and your thoughts. What academicians love to deign the dialectic. Here, language resurrected from the incommunicable says life being no metaphor, shall be spoken of metaphorically if we can only use the technology of speech to evoke what could never be spoken. Shall we try to transcend wordlessness with words? Oh, shall we try again, like priests determined to expound this paradox, following the pattern of oh so many holy books, like the Tao that can be spoken is not the true Tao. Oh, allow me to go on and on about the nature of the Tao and the insights of the Taoist in a book called the Tao Te Ching Lao Tzu. Oh, shall we try, and shall we try again, and shall we try, and shall we try again? And why shall we try? It is a beautiful addiction, a liberating compulsion, a sacred mission to, against all odds, open one's mouth or lift one's pen and actually say something really real about life. Anyone is a hero to lift this burden. I swear to God, that's no exaggeration. Has something gotten across to you from me, no matter how corrupted in the time and space from here to there? It is as good as the finest miracle that an impression should be left from one mind to another merely by making sounds. How strange. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. You know, you should give me a printed out copy of that. I feel like I should read that every day. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Well, I have another poet who has shown up at the random. His name is Michael.
Michael.
He was a regular carry on, so he is a special guest tonight. So give him your ears.
How many Michaels are there?
There's you.
Oh, I guess
You're
that's
the,
me.
you are the only Michael.
Let me set you up.
That's why this is
The ones from the future, Michael.
You can move that hat if you want to. That's fine.
Is that, I'm not expecting to put money in that?
Well, if you can.
I haven't been here in a while, so I don't know what's going on. Other than I'm supposed to read poetry right now.
That's what's
There
going
you go.
on.
That's the-
There we
that's
go.
what's going on.
And how much time do I have?
8 minutes.
I think I'll try to keep it around 7.
Ah, it's sticking classic, eh?
I think I'm going to get off the stage as soon as I can. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Long time no see. I'm going to read some old poetry. Stylized schemes. Manufactured dreams. Seagulls wrapped in cellophane, feeling no pain. We fashion our passion into special boxes, and the hounds chase the foxes. Keep this dream alive! As well as we send out silent drones from hell. Knowing the rules of the game can change, we rearrange players in secret time. As the illusion of control dominates the masses. Let's raise our glasses. Toast democracy. If justice is the end, all that means then we will have to stifle our screams. Stylized schemes, manufactured dreams, seagulls wrapped in paint, suffering. Dog days and summertime blues, don't believe the news, lies in bed we make, forsake Dharma, lost for fascination of tribulation. Dog days crazed, sun blazed, lust raised, loins on fire, hired guns for fun. Run, son, from your Mother Earth's motions of oceans raised to swallow the seas. Dog days, dogwood, blooming in forest, looming in primordial memory, in atomic memory, in ancient memories, in our memories. Dog dazed and confused by the illusion of concepts realized by lies. Surprised, left to their own demise. The fear is near to feeling, reeling its web. The spider said to the fly. Dog days of war and peace, release the hounds of hell. The well of truth dried up, and only us to save ourselves, to save ourselves. Dog days of summer, our chance is now. Not then, not tomorrow, now. This day, on a dog day afternoon. I'm going to go with the dog thing. I'm going to go, and you'll recognize the style because I stole it. The cat chased the dog up a tree. Go, cat, go. See the dog out on a limb. Go, dog. What a happy cat that was. Go, cat, go. You see the dog growing wings. Go, dog. And then the cat laid down for a cat nap. Go, cat. See the dog taking flight. Go, dog. As the cat dreamed of treat dogs. Go, cat, go. See the dog fly, fly, dog, fly. Go, dog! You're free. I'm free of that tree. And for now, the cats.
Oh yes. Free of that tree. Oh me, oh my. It's time for Zach. Come on up to the stage.
Oh yes. See, look, everyone's just dodging this tonight. It's great.
I got a kid back there.
Hello.
You don't have to do that.
No. Oh yeah. Speaking of dogs, so there's this the story of like why dogs always sniff each other's butts. So all the dogs one day came from near and far for a convention, and they all wanted to, talk about dog things, the latest news, how everyone was, have a barbecue. And so when they got there, they all hung up their coats because, when you get to a party, you hang up your coat and you show yourself to somebody. And so, but then there was the prankster dog, and he decided to call fire, and all the dogs ran out. And in the hurry, they all just picked up a bunch of random suits, and then they just went on their way. And then now, whenever they go up to each other, like, is that my skin? Is that mine? Can we switch? You talking about dogs reminded me of that, so I just wanted to share that one. So I'm taking this class on meditation. It's like the teacher's telling us about the different styles of meditation. One, breathing and how kind of like that. Another is just even by saying meditation, you're actually just kind of mushrooming out a million thoughts into a million different directions. And she says like the mind is like a fountain. And so you're observing this and everything kind of going along and through this, and like whenever something like a discomfort happens, you kind of you notice it, you feel it, and then you deal with it, and you make the conscious decision of that. And I thought that was really cool. It's just something zen out, close your eyes sort of thing, and kind of just drift away. Like when you're going to sleep, it feels really good. So I want to try and get assassinated by reminding everyone that all is one and end all, and the fear that the media, society, religion, even everything, like all the things that we kind of sweep under the rug, kind of affect us all. The taboo subjects being such as sex, money, politics, and religion, right? But it was funny, fuck taboo subjects, because everybody here is just like, we laugh at that shit. Because you have to keep your sanity and your sense of self. So it's a lie so thick that it cuts the air vibes down, so we hide out in the woods surrounded by friends. It's only if we could see the ability to zoom in infinity and zoom out exponentially. And then we would see that we're all so complex, and that there would be maybe a global harmony, at least in terms of having respect for at least, kind of like that dog story about how when we show up to the party being life, we kind of hang up our fucking shit that anything ever happened, for creation. And now the thing I struggle with the most is how individualistic some people come across, and they make up the other. And now we are the other too, for in their eyes, maybe we could not relate based on different isms that we have put ourselves into, like that make us uncomfortable to talk about, because we can't see the bigger picture where we are hurt by fear of triangles. We need more circles in order for us and them to vibrate on a similar level. A circle flows and has no corners at which to stop at. We need to agree to disagree with no emotions, for we all have the same feelings. For self is just a perception that we and the other put onto ourselves. An electric circle realizes it goes off on different thoughts and realizes it when it steps on other people's toes, and is mature about this and apologizes. And hopefully the other circle will tell you this, because everyone wants to be comfortable, and that's how you achieve harmony, when you're honest with each other. A dark triangle looks after himself and his or her anything in his triangle family. See how this works? Circles and triangles have been fighting for as long as time has existed. Yeah, some crazy shit. I love you guys. Thank you.
So, whose side are you on? I don't know. That really makes me think, triangles and circles,
Now, what are they?
Well, no, the battle, it's like, personally, I'm with the circles, man. Circles are good. But
I like circles. You can do a lot with circles.
Triangles are for.
Anyway, we have a newcomer. His name is Wayne. Oh man, see, I love it. You guys already know this show's before. Damn straight, you're good. You guys rock. Anyway, where is Wayne?
Right here.
Ah, there he is. So give him some love. I love it when that happens.
Check this out. I got my phone in my hand.
Whoa!
It's just that it's not all that smart. So put it in here. And I don't know. I feel like I owe you an apology in advance. I don't have any F-bombs or any. I couldn't find anywhere. It just they didn't go in there all that well.
Makes amends.
I need to do more work with this.
Be closer to the mic.
Okay.
Thanks.
There are two pieces. One is a bit of a piece of surrealism. I'm only going to just say that about it. It's a bit like when something that's old in you and you haven't heard from in a while comes alive and gets next to something that you are doing right now. The idea. I awoke this morning with the idea of you next to me. It was an idea I had had of you 30 years ago, walking along the Charles in Otter, long before we met. The long boats drifted by like slow years, barely leaving a ripple. Gulls from the harbor searching the wide river, as if it may once have offered them something. You walked the Charles with years of music in your eyes, which I heard faintly as I neared you. There was the song of your father, a whisper in your lingering stride. You were a student at BU, a waitress, a doctor, a woodsmith, a painter like someone in your past. I have held this memory, this song, those boats, this idea, as one cups a butterfly and lets it go until it returns homeward. And in the pale orange of this morning, as I stirred on the hard bed of sleep, it fluttered back and landed there beside me, an old idea, as you lay there breathing. The ambience, okay?
Would you prefer it if we snap?
What you do in your private time.
Okay. Carry on.
This is a piece that I wrote 24 years after it had all happened, and you'll figure that out. When I've been asked, through the years, I've been asked, what was it like for you, the war in Vietnam? It's always been like trying to tie a string around Jell-O to answer that. Something squishy and formless, like a recurrent tumor, starts to grow inside and grows rapidly until it finally flops out, writhing and dripping, but without any sensibility. Lately, I was asked again, and something better shape came out this time. Some people may not be especially equipped to be in a war, I replied. I think I might have been one of them. It hit me right there that in my third grade class, when the teacher wanted us to play kickball, she lined us all up and divided us into two teams so there were an equal number of kids who sucked at kicking could be on each side. I realize now I really sucked at war. I was pretty good at dismantling found ordnance before it blew up and running my EOD detachments, but I really sucked at war. So did a lot of other 20-somethings like me that I kept meeting there. Every time I witnessed a war casualty, which was way too often, I became one. People like me, we can do things. Clear frag range areas, remove nose cones, even save lives. But when someone gets shot or blown up, it's us. That's how it is for us. So I really sucked at war. I really did. And I noticed over and over, so did a lot of little Vietnamese dads with AK-47s or captured M16s and children the same age as mine. Yeah, thank you very much for your attention, and I enjoyed being here with you.
Thank you as well. And we're enjoying being here with you too. That was beautiful, and I hope you come back as well. Hey, Will. Oh yeah. There we go.
I think this is the first verse of a rap song. I'm just gonna try and get back into the flow of this. That was really good. This poem is called Drift Away. Hustling. In a hustle and bustle world of muscle mass and front-facing camera flash, it's a podium eroding in sodium. We think we won. We think ourselves to be something, never nothing, always some thing. We light particles posting articles in the book of faces, start a cult and call it the thing that fills my wallet, or join one and make sure that you have some of the punch or maybe some of the Captain Crunch, I don't know, whatever contains arsenic. When you're in my energy starting shit, fuck up, out of here while I balance this. Glass half full, glass half empty. But what if I think what's in the glass is piss? Then what? Brain shut, fucking klutz. People can see your cuts through your mask. Everybody's afraid to ask. Think back to the past, to the last time you felt warm in the storm of ballet poetic form. In the eye of the tornado, we see our own inferno. I jump in, unfazed to the blaze we were designed to amaze. This might just be a shady phase. I feel the love and light the blunt and drift away. So this poem's called "Get It Right," and I started trying to rhyme, and then it really didn't work. I think this poem is just too good. Poetry, like all things is relative or separative, depending on your derivative of what you gave at the rave to save your relative. Relative as in related, this planet sees no difference between sated and eviscerated. It just fucking rolls around with an ideal of common sense, like common law became extinct when the number of us became too great to live under a common thought, a common belief, a common sense, in the sense that any one thing could be considered common, when now 30 years later, we are just now coming to some small conclusion that we and our numbers will never come to a common conclusion, that the states that want to will defund medication to the mentally ill and decrease gun control in the same legislation, and other cities will make it a crime to possess a handgun. We all believe in different things, and yes, in a sense, hats off and kudos to those born in the area of belief they were meant to exist in. But to those not, yes, you feel extremely repressed, like you are disregarded. You see him repressing me here. But so does the guy 100 feet away, represented by a different person in his district. So all it really comes down to, in truth to the system that our forefathers created, can we manage to balance perspectives while still winning elections? Extremists exist in both sides of the two-party system that one of our founding fathers didn't want. You will live in the squabble, die in the rabble, and ride the saddle of this invisible unicorn, from the ashes reborn again and again. And maybe this time I'll get it right. Thank you.
Yes, thank you too. Man, I have faith. Fuck yeah. Whole lot of fuck yeah. This is good. This is always good. Favorite day of the week for a lot of good reasons. Mainly it's the poetry. Could be poetry night, Wednesday is not poetry night. Thursday is not poetry night. No, it's always Tuesday. Tuesday is the best. Anyway, hey Jamal. Yeah, take it away.
I got two poems for y'all tonight. Only one is mine. One is my mother's. She wrote this a long time ago. All right, so this is mine. It's called As I Meditate. The trees, they see me, I say. They speak to me. Yes, they know I'm needy. They sow the opposite, far from greedy. They lead me to water, then feed me like phloem. We bask in the sun, wondering where the clouds are going. The trees, they hear me. As the wind blows, they nod their branches sincerely. They silently teach me lessons. Stand tall, summer, spring, winter, fall. As sure as the ice is cold and fire burns, the storm shall pass, the sun returns. Even in the moon glow, you can still grow. And so I told her I was going to read it. And so here it is. It's called Life. She said, life is filled with fun and joys, but sometimes life can be a big bore. Sunny days filled with gloom, where no one seems to have any room. Things don't turn out the way you plan. Someone's trying to steal your man. You trying to ignore the eyes that stare. You don't even blink at the eyes that glare. Tension builds up to the max. How I'm doing, don't even ask. When life reach a crucial point, what else can I do but reach for a joint? Life goes on, the days still pass. My advice to everyone is try not to be an ass. I could go on writing, you know it's true, but I'll be a bigger fool than you. I think I've said what I had to say, but I'll write a bigger poem another day.
Nice.
still finding oneness with the toilet right now. So, come on, Jesse! Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Thanks, Andrew.
So, how are you?
Good. How you doing, Jesse?
Awesome. All right. So once again, I just wrote stuff. Our trees' roots shine metallic, razor sharp. Leaves fall and cut the grass below. Silver catching the sky's flashing colors. Your mind eats pictures like jam. Holes in your head, crouton dreads. You turn to lead. Marijuana industrial complex has been said. On 2 blocks of wood burning in a circle, one wiener dog shivers in the wind. Coming closer to the fire, sunflower butter-soaked blue corn chips. Iron bears forward to the paw. Hot metal poured into the ant farm. Silver clouds underground release the eyes. Everywhere, forever. Let them see what they must to be satisfied to close, to dream forever. Bedroom eyes. Leaves blur pattern-like. Quilts exist already in multiple layers. What form do you feel, Mr. Tetra? Green flash sea creatures photographed prismatically, exactly, cosmically, geared to reappear on the edge of the world. Glowing like the eyes she had on the couch, orange embers, gentle warm, balanced water running down the gutter, neon oily streaming. That trip, wet chemicals mingling like power drinks in 40 ounces. I love you, freeway, smog, tobacco clouds, rose gardens, subtle sand gravity, cigarette butts, Santa Claus, coal snow cones, knock choppa. Spray paint fumes leak into fireplaces, rotisserie rosaries, melted plastic necklace crosses, melted hands to the ground and peace signs. Robots eat plastic and make Easter eggs.
All right. Thank you, Jesse. Oh my. Hard to believe. It's hard to believe. God, it's a good night. Are you guys enjoying this?
Yeah.
Good. Very good. Hey, Cal.
Yeah.
Yes. Your time has come. I love it. I love it when that happens.
Hello, page 2 poetry. Which part of me would you like to see? The fumbling artist struggling to get started. Still getting over being brokenhearted. The nerdy gamer in his parents' basement, still engaging his own derangement. Or the hopeless romantic, still stuck on pedantics. What about the 17-year-old kid having his fucking head kicked in because he didn't quite fit in? Or the brooding philosopher questioning the reality of his thoughts of her and everything and nothing, skepticisms, no, tonight's not the night for existentialism. Should I show you the broke, pretentious musician who only smokes snipes of their American spirit?
Oh.
What about the broken parts of my psyche that don't even really seem to like me? Or the brilliant mind that hides behind the fool who's used self-deprecating humor as a defense mechanism since middle school? What about the masturbating procrastinator? No, I'll do that shit later. For now, you can have the stoic poet.
Nice.
Somewhere along the line, right around before we figured out regular showers, We decided we would mask our odors with the liquid chemical reproductions of flowers. And now the word odor has so many negative connotations. Dulling our sense of smell, then wondering why we can't tell who we're attracted to. I want to bask in you. Not patchouli, not lavender, whatever you hippies lather yourselves with these days. nor the full pressurized can of offensive perfume, which sat across from me at the Indianapolis bus station, and then proceeded to sit across from me 20 minutes after its equally offensive owner's departure. Smell is such a sensitive sensation that the generation dumbing it down has caused a rift between themselves and those who can cope with their smells. And those who not only tolerate, the ones intoxicated by it, the ones who plead you, baby, don't shower yet, so they can deeply breathe your noxious scent until the tension must be broken. My parents watch this now, by the way. It's gonna be weird.
Maybe for the last time.
Yeah, probably not. A muse never truly loves the artist. She loves his creations. As much as she says she loves him, she knows better than to believe it. She knows that every day he loses himself a little more to her. And if she sticks around, there's not going to be anything left of him. If she doesn't know better, if she allows herself to love him, she will watch every part of him that she loves vanish. The fury, the passion, the pain inside of him will fade into obscurity until there is only his professions of love to her. And then when she grows tired of being his everything, that fury, that passion, that pain will return in full force, this time directed at her. He should have known better than to become so entrenched in her that parts of him were pulled away as they separated. He, the gum, her, the shoe, still remembering parts of him in every step until the dirt she piles on the leftover thoughts of him corrode anything worth remembering. I'd love to end this on a good note, but I can't. I'm still loveless, writing bad poetry for sycophants.
Oh, you don't write bad poetry. You're fucking awesome. God damn. No, that hit me hard. That last poem, and it's very entertaining, very honest. No, never ever. I don't know. I have this picture of Frank Sinatra, and he says, "Confidence is king." It wasn't always bleeding out his eyes, but I kind of went a little overboard with the fake blood. But confidence is king. Love yourself. Because in the end, who cares about it? Blah blah blah, cliche, blah blah blah, deep thought. But love yourself. You got yourself. You're stuck with yourself. There's nothing else you can do. Hating yourself is just bad. It's just a bad idea. Hate the train noise. It's fuck you, train. I'm trying to do a poetry show. Fuck you. Don't say fuck me. Love yourself, damn it.
I love your statement.
Anyway, because I love myself. Sometimes. All right. Justin, come out from the corner. Come out. Let's say hello. Let me get y'all fixed up here. Obviously, I've been slacking. There you go.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Are you the product of two mammals that copulated and then taught you their ways and left you as an alien on this earth? Are you living in a plastic society with funny rules and everywhere emperor's clothes? Are you looking around at death and insanities, Cocoa Puffs and marshmallow muffs, and adults feeding their children poison ice cream Mountain Dew spewing from contorted Picasso abstract paintings of what is all around you? Do you sense that the earth is delusional, and how could you possibly be part of it, this generation? Do you find comfort in knowing you have a family? Do you? Tell me the truth. Well, fuck that. The light in your father's eyes that comforts you can only comfort so much. There is the great outdoors to find. And the truth is, you have nothing to do with where you are in time, what country you are born in, what flag you live under. The stars are the stars, and the sun is a bright flaming ball of gas above your head, except there is no up or down. Do you take comfort in have figured it all out? Fuck that too. The answers are swallowed by the beast, and the calmness is spewed out on the streets. You are an alien, my friend, and so am I. Do you look in windows and wonder at people filling up their lives and minds with arbitrary tasks like watching TV? The humans are just doing shit. Why? Just to do shit. To fit in the great motif that social context texts, you and your animal brain are just water in a vase. Water in a vase. And if you spill that, you were still just water in a vase. That's not you. I am this 20-year-old man standing out hundreds of miles from the people we arbitrarily label our home people. I just happen to exist, and these other people just happen to exist. I think tomorrow I'll shave and brush my teeth and upkeep what I need to do. Who we are is more than your daddy, because that's all finding comfort in clinging to what's around you is. Mama, can I suck on your tits again? Can I be a Christian, an American? Can I be part of this or that? Can I be this family? I am not this family. I am someone who was raised by this family. So if not all these things, who am I? Just an astronaut, a parasite, pulled in by gravity and expected to have all these obligations to all these people. The obligation to stay and the wish to not leave, because us humans are like sticky, gooey humans, all confuddled up in a big, sticky ball of humans. Let your heart dissipate for a moment. Just let go if you can. But of course you can't. Know what is not a deceptive heart emotion, but a true reality. When the time comes at the end of the day to say who your friends are, they will just be fellows you met along the way, to form a celestial bond in the sky, bending one knee to make a marriage proposal, we the ring on the finger handed off to a grungy finger. The truth is I could leave, and within 50 years or so, all my friends would move on and disappear, and I'd have other friends. I'd just be part of a sea before me, and there's nowhere to go and nothing to do, and the universe is big and chaotic, and we're all gonna die. But also remember, there are two perspectives that may be helpful in handling this thing called life. The outside one that sees us all as strangers, for that teaches us to reconsider what we're doing. And the inside one that sees us all as friends, and that's what's being human.
It seems you have found out the truth. We are all aliens. No, but that was fucking, God, tonight, I swear. It's like every night, every Tuesday, I'm always getting, God, hit with all these powerful emotions. Catharsis. It's beautiful. And it's also stuff to think about, you know? It's very therapeutic. At the same time, you know, I can like, I'm not thinking about this petty stuff like, when am I going to get the next paycheck? Or, am I going to have rent on time? Or how am I going to get rid of that spider infestation that's in like the fridge? I'm thinking, this is what it's like to be human. This is what it's like to suffer. This is what it's like to feel joy. You guys inspire me, and I'm sure you inspire each other too. With all that said and done, we are at that point where we stand the fuck up and stretch. Oh yeah. Yes. Yes. And then we shake it all out. And then we sit back down. Because now we gotta listen to Chris. Because he has something cool to share with us too. Oh, good, good.
Works good.
Okay.
Okay. This one is called At Washington Park. Here I am at this larger park, 24 hours since last I came. The sun is rather like it was, but the Sunday silence pacifies everything but the wind. No lampposts here, but a league of trees triumph like pom-poms in the breeze. A gusty wind flapping of a rug. The doldrums in the eyelets, the sun gains purchase in our skin. On chrome metal, electrons excited shine hot as in summer when stops the wind. But the plum and khaki origami of fallen leaves and the intermittent breeze, the morning glory's resurgence, and the poppy's reemergence, and the prevalence of bees say, rain is coming. It's fucking autumn. This one's about this character. But I see this, he's a real person. I saw him yesterday on Fern Ridge Path. He rides a tall, flat-barred steed. Like myself, he forgoes a shirt or helmet. His hair is long and wavy, kinky. His spectacles are not handsome, but give him a Frankfurt School look. Adorno Benjamin. Today, he passed me riding no hands, his arms out to receive sunlight. His spandex briefs are shocking brief. I go in like lack of livery, but I am Anglo-normative. He looks like a mad rabbi defrocked. I forgot to mention his teeth. They are prominent in his neutral countenance, made more so by a squint. Of late, he goes better dressed. He wears a skirt, blouse, and tights, bracelets on his wrists, absorbing sunlight. Here we go. Okay, this one's about this job I had. It was crappy. Just to try to get the grease off of the bottoms of my shoes so that they don't slip on my bike pedals. I do this through a ridiculous dog-like scraping of the dirt and gravel around the bike rack. I kick up red bark dust in clouds, and I imagine the marks I make are a puzzle to anyone who sees them, which, however, is probably no. Got lunch tonight. Here we go. All short. This one's about this girl at the park. She's a lovely sight. She's tall and lean, but she fills her shorts. Her hair is long and thick and brown. She is tireless at play. She drops the hacky sack often and bends at the waist to pick it off the grass like a marionette and begins her game again. She's a strange dancer, and like so many beautiful forms in this fair city, one cannot guess her age from 30 yards away. She left, finally, limb-lithe and panting. She doffs her headphones. She shuts off her CD player. Give me the girl with a CD player. Almost, I left my place to speak with her, but sloth of 2 days encrusts my boldness. Instead, I make a promise to myself. If I see her again in this place, I will speak to the beautiful hacky sack girl. Thank you.
thank you. Oh man. Yes. You should write a book. I think you should all write books. But seriously.
Collective book writing.
Collective book writing. That'd be fucking awesome.
We should have a book.
We should have a book. Oh yes. Oh yes. Hey, Trevor. You've been hiding out in the back, and now I bring you to the front. Yeah. Going through the poetry class.
Hey, stop clapping. You don't know if you like my shit yet. Let's see. Thank you, James. And I agree with James. You all did wonderful tonight. I'm glad to be here. Let's see. I got 2 poems for you tonight. He stalks me and haunts me and watches my every step. Every time I speak, he loves to disagree and challenge me. Whenever I push, he pushes back and laughs and says, "Not good enough." Whenever I try to feel, he swears to me none of it's real. Seems like the more I hurt, his power's bolstered. Fuck this guy, sure I can say, but it never seems to make me turn him away. He feeds on the negatives, and even with joy, he treats it much like a dog with a toy, taunting me with it and asking me to play, eager to see my dismay as he pulls it away. Fuck this guy, why do I keep him around, keeping me down without making a sound? Oof, excuse me. Ugh. More often than not, he waits patiently for his chance to intervene and put me in my place. Sometimes I'll hear him out, without a doubt, whether calm and collected or with a furious show. But I've had it up to here with every sneer, every step taken in fear. Having him around with this cynical intention so clear, how can anyone exist with this kind of presence here? Fuck this guy, sure it's easy to say, but just how am I supposed to walk away? Even though I know he'll fantasize on the golden prize that is my demise. But that's the hardest part. I know that you can see that I'm the victim, but the killer is me. Thank you. This one is for my Halloween special. It's more like a bad cheesy metal song, but here we go. Maybe I'll growl it. The needle he sticks through skin that is mine, it pulls flesh together with splitting long twine. A grotesque experiment is how I define the creation of this madman's design. He hacks and cuts through flesh and bone, a twisted workshop in his keep unknown. He sifts and pulls through mangled flesh, he takes what he needs and discards the rest. My entrails scale the room abroad, his workshop is temple, and flesh is his god. With soul and eyes, he looks into mine, they rest in a jar just by his bedside. Now eviscerating the body from soul, he reads from scriptures carved in a stone. It reveals insight to powers untold and demands a sacrifice to the gods of old. With strange tongues uttered, he falls in a trance, the candle wicks glow and begin their foul dance. Along the walls, shadows bound and prance, my soul meets the void in sweet necromance. But then in an instant, as quick as a thought, I'm removed from the realm of everything not. And just when I believed my soul was forgot, I returned back to life, but now more distraught. My stomach felt sick and my head was in pain. As I awakened, I realized I was hoisted by chains. And across from me a creature amidst crimson stains was all pieced together with human remains. As I looked upon this beast, I wanted to cry, but just when I tilted my head to the side, the monster responded with a strange reply. He rested his head to the same side as mine. Horrified, I looked down and things became clear. The monster I saw was my reflection in the mirror. This couldn't be happening. This is worse than I feared. I wanted to scream, but there was no one to hear. Thank you.
Oh, yes. Oh, thank you. Oh, man. Ooh, Halloween's gonna be awesome. Thank you, Trevor. I know. God. Hard to believe there's only... Nah, I won't tell you how many posts there are left. I'm not gonna spoil the fun. Oh, no. Hey, Mary Kate.
Yeah!
Yes, Mary Kate, come on. All right. Would you like to sit?
No. Let's see. Can you go a little bit lower here? About like right there?
Yeah, perfect.
Is that sounding pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I the first woman to?
I was gonna say.
I think so. Ladies, I see you out there. You belong up here.
It's a sausage fest.
I wasn't going to read that one tonight. Brazen women of solstice stand naked in the meadow. Their petticoats of red and gold discarded at their feet, they do not fear winter. Indeed, they reach plaintively toward passing clouds, inviting the change of season, extending fingers of new growth, welcoming the attention of storms. That self-same force which nips their buds, which prunes them mercilessly, which rips and rends, which cracks and crushes, is that which fosters their fertile power, that which bears the quenching dew. Why do they seem to quake in terror as the wind thrusts into them? Perhaps they quiver with anticipation at the excitement of the wind's rough assault, knowing, as they do, that the sweet cradle of sleep lies in the afterglow. I am free. The no one needs to know when I'll be home kind of free. The answerable only unto me kind of free. Free to make alliances, free to break alliances, free to fall, and free to fail. Free to act and to fail to act. And whatever path I might choose and whatever consequence ensues is mine alone to accept, to experience, to integrate into me. And this freedom that I have truly belongs to me alone. This independence I once thought a mere trifle and eagerly traded away for a crumb of security, this precious gem of energy, alluring and intimidating, is both barrier and portal. On fire with possibility of searing chance, a conflagration, you stare at the glowing coals transfixed, drawing no closer, fascinated at the lovely flame of freedom now so precious, so primal, so powerful, shivers at the breath of love. Woo! I wrote this next one for Eugene's celebration, and it is Eugene's celebration now, right? Festival of Eugene, sorry, Festival of Eugene. And if you guys didn't attend, the spoken word tent was hands down the very best part of the Festival of Eugene. Yeah! We are the wild women of Whitaker. We gather beneath the great tree, in joyful communion becoming the wild women we are all meant to be. The wild women of Whitaker will not pick up your dirty underwear. We have dirty underwear of our own, but we will sing you to sleep when you're low, when your back is aching, when your aching is back. Soft melodies lilting through the air, spinning a tale that leads you away to a velvet oasis, killing your cares with kindness. We are the wild women of Whitaker. We gather beneath the great tree, in joyful communion becoming the wild women we are all meant to be. The wild women of Whitaker have come here to heal themselves, to heal their families, their lovers, their communities, knitting together tattered threads of self, rediscovering the child inside, rediscovering the childish glee that is our natural state. We are the wild women of Whitaker. We gather beneath the great tree, in joyful communion becoming the wild women we are all meant to be. The wild women of Whitaker do not need you to approve their look, to approve of the perfect rib in the perfect spot of those perfect leggings on those perfect legs that come in every shape and size, just long enough to reach the ground. We are the wild women of Whitaker. We gather beneath this great tree, in joyful communion becoming the wild women we are all meant to be. The wild women of Whitaker walk the streets at night unafraid, or maybe just a little bit afraid. For in the shadows, and in the park, and down by the riverside, the broken children of man's decay live desperately, replaying the unfinished business of broken families and broken promises. The world's broken children come to Whitaker seeking something sweetly soothing, seeking the source of their divinity. We are the wild women of Whitaker. We gather beneath this great tree, in joyful communion becoming the wild women we are all meant to be. The wild women of Whitaker have their work cut out for them, have a rare opportunity, an opportunity to be the voice, the face, the heart of kindness as our community moves forward to heal the broken children of man's decay. With our gardens and our chickens and our cider presses, with our art studios and our bike programs and our free piles, we discover the wild women of Whitaker are already leading the way. We are the wild women of Whitaker. We gather beneath the great tree, in joyful communion becoming the wild women we are all meant to be.
You can be one too, Andrew.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. You have 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay, it's one page. To a lover I haven't met yet. Awaiting your appearance, life's cheap thrills begin to lose their charms. If only I could conjure you, even in a dream. Are you hiding in plain sight? A mere second away? Or is this feeling of nearness, this looming emotional precipice, merely a comforting illusion?
Go
I'm
ahead
done.
and finish it.
Okay.
There's just one page.
Merely a comforting illusion I'm using to keep from crying, to keep on hoping, searching, trying to remain open to possibilities of bliss. Without you, life is all question marks, and even this poem seems unfinished.
Yes. There we go. Thank you. Did you remember? God, so you performed the Wild Women of Whitaker at the Festival of Eugene.
I did. Yeah.
Oh man, I love that poem. By the way,
That's a great
that's a great poem. Man, here we go. So Cheyenne, come on up to the stage.
I have 2 poems today. It wasn't easy for me to go when I fought through the cold. Where am I now? Deep into the woods I've come. The forest holds the riches I've won. I wish you knew me now. I thought I saw someone through the trees, someone who used to know me. Where are you now? I made it far without you, in the opposite direction you did too. I wish I could see you now. Passion, come forward. Touch my bruised soul. Inspire me toward you and fill this dark hole. Deep inside is a lion. Will I ever meet her? I mistake myself for a sheep, waiting for my keeper. But the keeper never comes. The lion doesn't roar. The lion doesn't fear being locked behind a door. When new courage triumphs, I will unleash my identity. My roar will be a lion's when I find the key.
All right. Oh, here we go. And only 5 remain. The apocalypse is upon us soon. Soon. Hey, Darlene. Darlene.
I guess it's the girls' hour now, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I see you were saving the best for last. The girls.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. You guys are great. So before I do a poem that I wrote last night, one of my friends challenged me with something kind of funny. So iPhones have this feature where, maybe other phones, but iPhones I have one, where it tries to guess what your next word is that you're about to say, and it gives you some options to choose. And so I am going to press that button a bunch of times, and one of my friends challenged me to read it how I read poetry to see if it sounds like a poem. So I'm about to do that real quick. Hold on. Okay. This is called iPhone word suggestion. It's perfect. Okay. The fact is that I don't think I might be able to see my tweets. And you can be used to it as well. Just go back in time and money and time consuming, but you don't know why I'm still waiting to see my tweets. Ellie, how was that? Good?
Oh yeah. Very good.
Okay. This poem is called I Didn't Use a Guide to Get Through the Water Temple.
I fucking love it.
Topic unrelated, but target related. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you see someone that isn't going anywhere. You don't understand that each breath is a victory. Every day you pull through is a miracle, and every heartbeat is a blessing. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you see someone a lot less than deserving. As if every ounce of strength hasn't gotten you to where you are today, as if every bead of sweat which has run down your face wasn't for something, let me tell you, if even for a second you could see yourself through my eyes, you would fall in love too. And that's a hard thing for me to do. Your kindness is an orchard which never stops growing, filling oceans with selflessness and compassion, never knowing if you'll ever taste the fruit you bear, but you don't expect it anyway. And you would give every piece of sand in your hourglass without ever asking for any of it back. You are a rarity. And if there were more people like you in the world, humanity would shine quite a lot brighter. Next time you look at yourself in the mirror, I hope my words echo loud enough through your bones you begin to see yourself a little more clear. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's funny. I totally was like, you're like, this one's called How I Got Through the Water Temple Without a Guide, and I was like expecting something about Zelda. I was like, wait a minute, that is a lot more deep than Zelda. That is very deep. Thank you. Oh yes. Oh yes. The apocalypse is upon us. Gabe!
Yes?
first of the four poets of the apocalypse. Dun, dun, dun.
Again, momentarily.
This poem is called If Everything is Moving. If everything is moving, then the mind becomes a time machine, climbing up the xylem to the virus of the higher me. See, I am nothing other than the fire deep inside of me that guides me in the moments that it isn't busy blinding me. The irony is I am free despite this trippy wiring, and though I have these eyes to see, it's up to me to really see. The images connecting in a fleshy web of emptiness, caressing and compressing, manifesting as a gentle kiss, the tempest that is pulsing, that is writhing in the silentness, collecting and possessing and annihilating all that is. Aligning in alliance to allow a brief defiance of the tyrant who conspires to compile us to a mighty one. The tiny trumpets humming on the edge of our circumferences, the hunger that is tugging us to rub upon our tongue and lips, the love that is erupting from the rumble of the content cliff, the jungle of a woman soft, supple, and voluptuous. For I am nothing other than the servant to the energy, immersed within the currents of the circuits that assemble me, converting with discernment the eternity that rests in me and turning it to purposeful assertions of integrity. The fervor that is forming and then fading in serenity, the turbulence that burns and the hesitation to set it free, the fertile field and phallus inseminating seeds, the sword, the shield, and the battle that's waging in between. We are the dance of the balance that is the backbone. We are performing the practice of going back home. We are unfolding the process of knowing that so slow that it practically happens behind your backs. Yo. We're here to build, but we're also here to eliminate and give into the visions that tend to morph and disintegrate. The information's assimilating and filtering, considerations of images on a silver screen, patterns repeating that in dilating, the mind's creating, twisting dials arriving in an environment, and am I a figment or am I conscious or am I physical? Is there a difference distinguishing in between the two? I am a kid in a candy shop with a swimming pool with a wooden bat, a cat, and a bat, a chicken soup.
Yo, how much time do I have left?
Oh god, you have tons of time. Let's see. Yeah, no, you have like 5 minutes still. Yeah, you are set.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yo, okay, so then I have like 2 poems. One is like super small.
And now it goes like, we are solving a puzzle. How do we make the perfect or perfect? How do we restore the balance? What is the difference between listening and hearing, talking and speaking? Every moment is the answer.
Yeah. No. This one's different. It's real straightforward. This is a tune to love. Purify your intent. Follow the grace. Follow the light. Feed the forms that flow, the flowers that grow. Mine the abundance of raw earth with great care, out of need, out of service, with your bare hands, with love in mind. Dissolve the illusion in the sea of infinite peace. Open the floodgates, crank the faucets, bump the music till the speakers break through you. For a sound of right tone and placement can stimulate orgasm. Melt the heart. Bring the heat. Hold my hand. Eat well, sleep well, dream well, speak well, live well, die well. Take off all of your clothes. Maintain proper tension constantly. Know when to relax. Let it come. Yeah. Fuck. Completely. Absolute. Confusion is obsolete. Compassion has fucking arrived.
Yeah! Yes!
Allow her to stay with you, if only for a brief moment. We all know how busy she can be. So let us remember how precious this woman's time is. Let us be thankful for her good graces. Let us weep at her luster, utterly satisfied.
All right. Hey, Gabriel. You might need this. There, no, don't worry about it. There you go.
Woo! One more time.
Words to live by. You heard him. Oh, man. So we have a newcomer, another newcomer. His name is Eric. Give him your attention. Give him your love. And lend him your ears. Come on, there's a rabbit hole down there.
It's kind of hard to follow Gabriel up, and why is this microphone sticky?
What were you eating? You getting the mic all excited again? That's inappropriate. Jeez.
My name is Eric. I wrote 4 original poems for you today, and only 2 of them are stolen. Well, wrote's kind of a strong word, and so is poem. So a better way to phrase that would be I vomited 4 word slurries for you today.
Oh, man.
You know, it's sort of like I'm a mother bird. Am I the first Eric up here tonight?
I think you are, yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Where are the other Eric?
You are the alpha Eric.
Ah, good. So my first poem, it's about something close to my heart, and that's my liver. For your consideration, I present Liver Lover. Oh, liver, my personal filter. A cavity filler, you always deliver secretions. Your bile secretions are wondrous excretions. Never suffer depletion, or I face expiration delivered. In the arts, there's talk of heart, but you're above it all. Organic friend of mine, you always take the time to process my alcohol. Thank you. If you enjoyed that, maybe you'll like next week's poem. I call it Ode to Your Liver, a poetic discourse on the morality of harvesting organs.
Oh, man! That better be a thing.
Maybe it is.
I really hope it is.
My next poem, well, it's not really like a poem in the poetic sense.
like most of my work. But for your reflection, I present a simple eulogy. Rest in peace, Osama bin Laden. There may be a hole in your head, but you've left a bigger hole in our hearts. Your body may be lost at sea, but we are lost without you. You were never very good at Jenga, but you taught us all how to play hide and seek. Go gently into the night, sweet prince.
Stop applauding, there's more!
So tell us what to do. We're silent after that, though. I do want to thank you for your moment of silence for Osama bin Laden. That was very respectful. Speaking of great leaders, I think of James. James, who has a message that is very inspirational. No poet is the best, and you shouldn't really talk about how you hate everyone. So I wrote this poem about how I'm the best, and I hate all of you. I call this Fuck Your Souls Losers.
Okay. All right, let's hear it.
It's not as deep as you think it is. It's not as deep as you think it is. It's not as deep as you think it is. Repeating yourself. Stop it! You leave me livid. Oh, fuck me. Damnable long hairs. You leave me livid that all of your limericks could be so dull-witted. Your ascetic aesthetics pathetic. Weak mental athletics, I find it pathetic. I dread it, regret it. Please let me forget it. I need antiseptics, I need anesthetic. Could you correct it? Give it an edit. I'd be indebted. Right now it's wretched. And now that I've said it, I've become apathetic, but continue intrepid. Dissonant consonants. Asinine assonance. I dove headfirst into your thoughts, deceived by shallow waters. I dashed my head upon the rocks, but I had leapt without a falter. And for that I can't be bitter. In fact, I am inspired to become a builder of a pulpy pyre. I have one tenet to which I'm adherent. If you cannot be clever, at least be coherent. I don't want to leave on like a negative note, so I did that third, and then there's a total of 4. So here's the fourth one. This poem was inspired by the naturalism and civil disobedience of Henry David Thoreau, and I genuinely, honestly believe that had this been written 100 years ago, it would have inspired Mahatma Gandhi. For your consideration, I present Precious Squirrel. Humble squirrel, what might we all learn? From all the trees that you climb, from the nuts you urine? Stupid squirrel. Thank you.
Hey, don't hit him. He's awesome. That was awesome. You better fucking come back. I swear to God. I know where your roommate lives.
That's okay.
No, but seriously, that was a great entrance.
Thank you.
Badass.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love it. My thoughts exactly. Anyway, hey, Craig, it is your time. You, the penultimate poet. Yes. Let me. Yeah. No, are you gonna do that?
I'm gonna.
Okay.
This seemed like such a good idea this morning. But appreciate James talking about nothing to fear and expressing yourself. And so this is a love song that never got sent to anybody. And I'm not sure exactly why I'm reading this right now, but I had this this really profound experience. And this thing actually ended before it even started. And I think maybe I'm trying to like process this or something like that. But I had this massive attraction to somebody based on her spiritual practice and being inspired by her spirituality. And so this is I guess it's kind of like a love letter. And so there's a Japanese term in here called Kosen-rufu. You can translate it as meaning widespread enlightenment. And the name of this is Kosen-rufu Queen. So it's about Kosen-rufu Queen would be a spiritual queen, basically. And anyway, I'm also I'm gonna rap this. This is my first time attempting to rap in public too. You're a Kosen-rufu queen, if you know what I mean. You got some serious grace. I gotta be on your team. Your spirit's so fine, girl, it's blowing my mind. You got a heart like a lion and you're so damn kind. You're speaking from the heart. You got that down to an art. You got me feeling inspired. I'm gonna make a new start. 1 in a million, girl, I'm telling you, you're brilliant. You got my admiration and it's so resilient. Damn, girl, you're giving me the world. You're taking me and you got my heart in a swirl. You going? This ain't no flame, babe. I'm going for the real thing. Take it nice and slow, cause I think you got something great like I never had. I'm flying, but I'm not sad. I'm ready to fly, cause we're standing on a launch pad. Planting those seeds, growing out the weeds. I'm knocking on your door, babe. I hope you hear me. Knocking on your door, babe. Knocking on your door. I've got a really good friend, Daniel Weissman, who's he introduced me to hip hop music, and I can't believe I just started doing this rapping stuff. But he's been a real inspiration. So this one is about working your ass off to try to raise the consciousness of the whole world. So there's I use the term in here, bringing in the big guns. And I was thinking this morning, maybe it's not a great thing after the shooting down in Roseburg, but the big guns are something spiritual and it's something really positive and really powerful. So I think this is something that could have helped that young man overcome his demons. And the line goes, bringing in the big guns, got the demons on the run. So anyway, keep that in mind. And this is my first time dropping the F-bomb a couple times too. So anyways, just a shot to you.
Oh God!
All right.
We don't ever swear here.
Yeah. All right.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Okay. Because I'm a fierce motherfucker, I can take some licks. I'm fighting like that Saku back in '56. I was slacking before, but now I'm stepping on the stage. I'm holding nothing back, and it's time for me to raise. Things are moving slow, we're at a big impact, but I'm gonna break through it. You can bet your ass. I'm going in deep, gonna take it all the way. They say it's one at a time, but I'm going anyway. I'm bringing in the big guns, got the demons on the run, working on the big one. Never gonna be done. Aiming right for the sun, never had so much fun. It's second to none. I'm not fucking around, bro, I'm telling you that. I got a job to do, I got no time for this crap. I'm working so hard, I barely come up for air. If I don't get any rest, you know I really don't care. Forgetting the lyrics now. I'll go to the chorus again. Actually, no, let me give me a second. Bringing in the big guns, got the demons on the run, working on the big one, never gonna be done. Aiming right for the sun, never had so much fun. Second to none. It's been a long time coming, gonna crack that code. I'll do whatever it takes to get us on that road. It's you and me, sis, we're getting right to the point. You got a warrior heart, we're gonna rock this joint. And you got the swag, bro, you're hitting it hard. We're gonna do this together, gonna be the vanguard. We're the sons of the lion, and we're gonna make it proud. We're making that roar, you know we're gonna make it loud. We're bringing in the big guns, got the demons on the run. Working on the big one, never gonna be done. Aiming right for the sun, never had so much fun. Second to none.
fuck yes.
Oh yeah, that was
So, here we are.
And
We are at the final poet of the night. We're up in Salsa, be a really good friend of mine. Welcome Sarah to the stage. Awesome.
So I wrote this after I quit my job. It was a negative place with negative people. This is called Breakaway. When there is tyranny, there is suffering, and that sadness trickles down from the powerful to the powerless. When the poor are hungry, when the weak are demoralized, you need only look at their agony to know the truth about the people who make the rules. A voice unheard bounces off the walls, and I don't mean the room. I mean the ears of those who don't hear because they refuse to. In order to hear your own voice, you must break the chains that bind your wrists. You must wave away the hand that tries to snuff you out, and run if need be, with that precious gem you hold intact, that glows so brightly when you hear your higher self speak to you. You must conquer your own fear first, and everything will fall into place. The people who try to keep you still, the people who try to take your laughter, the people who want to taint you with their greed, are powerless when you see where they operate. The level that your tormentors live on is below where you stand, and they will try to pull you down because they can't climb out. A leader is fair and just, a tyrant is not. The reward to those in power is short-lived, and like machines, they cannot demolish without any fuel. When you can see the nonsense is when you truly see a better picture of where you want to be.
All right. So, another night, another Tuesday. Well, now I would like to thank you all for coming. I would like to as well thank all the poets and give them all a big round of applause. You guys rock. You guys are fucking awesome. And you make this happen. You make this a real thing. I wouldn't want to be doing this by myself. I'd have to like get an orange wig to look like Andrew. I'd have to like get costumes. It'd be terrible. Anyway, this is also the time of the night where I do, in fact, ask for the donations, and I walk around with the cool hat. No one has to. But I will say this. In donating, you contribute to making the coolest, scariest, creepiest, most badass Halloween event ever. And plus, I love you a lot. It'll be like, hey, thank you, I'll help. Anyway, I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thanks for bringing your works and sharing it. And let's keep this thing alive. I'd also like to thank the few people who are at home watching us live. You guys fucking rock. Also, thank you. You know, we may not get 1 million views, but fuck it, we're underground. And I mean, we're not dead. Like, I mean, we're alive. We're not like in the afterlife. All right, thank y'all. I just put this somewhere.
You're a real asshole, Larry. Let me tell you. I know. I like that you did it. You came up with my brain. Stop.
Hey, Chris, would you be willing to help me with that hat?
Yeah. Where is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have done that quicker. I'm sorry.
I'm running away. I have a feeling.
James.
Yeah, I'll try. The good part of my night.